In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rich, not just in terms of money, but in terms of assets of every kind, be it your relationship, be it your materialistic possessions, be it the money you have, be it the way you spend your time, how to convert everything into an asset. That's coming up in this video, and the part 2 and part 3 will come out later in the future. So make sure that you subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you get notified when those videos come out. Namaste everyone, how's it going? How to get rich in 2018. The first thing which I want to tell you is a basic definition of what is an asset and what is a liability. So an asset is something which is useful in nature. It is something which contains value basically, and a liability is something which is basically disadvantageous to possess. It's something like a loan. It's something which might be damaging to you, be it fiscal, be it emotional, be it any kind of damage, all right, in terms of money or in terms of your well-being or whatever it is. And what I need you to understand is that the concept of assets and liabilities applies to everything in life, not just money. All right, I'll tell you how. Relationships, you could be in a poisonous relationship with your girlfriend or your boyfriend if they're bickering and fighting with you all the time. That's a liability, that's not an asset. Friendships, if you've got friends who only like to smoke, drink and get high all the time, that's a liability, that's not an asset. Money, if you got money which you earn and then you squander it away and you do not invest it properly, that's basically a liability, that's not an asset. And most importantly, the way you spend your time. All right, let's say if you spend your time in ways that entertains you but does not build you up in any way and does not increase your value as an asset, that's a liability, that's not an asset. Now I'm going to move on to the main part of how to get rich, which is you need to understand that you need to build the number of assets which you have in your life as well as decrease the number of liabilities that you have at the same time. So how do you do that? You basically do that by changing the way you approach every aspect of your life, from your relationships to friendships to family to the way you spend your time, to what you read, to what you watch. And I'll tell you how you spend your time. The most important thing, let's say you want to read, instead of reading fiction novels all the time that might be entertaining but are not stimulating your brain or teaching you new theories or concepts, then maybe it's time that you start reading things and spending your time in a way that actually builds the amount of value that you possess. All right, next, let's say you like to watch TV shows on Netflix or wherever the hell you like to watch them. Game of Thrones, for example, does nothing for the mind. All right, it's entertaining, it's a nice story, blah blah blah, but all right, like what else? Is it teaching you something? Is it improving the way you perceive the world? Does it bring you closer to understanding true wisdom and the reality of everything? All right, no. Maybe you should be watching better videos instead on YouTube which teach you more. Maybe you should be paying and watching a digital course that actually is an investment of, let's say, $10 for a course, but it teaches you something which changes the way you look at the world for the rest of your life. Every second, the way you spend it, you decide whether you are creating an asset or a liability, and you will be richer in every aspect of life if you create more assets, not liabilities. All right, relationships which are poisonous, girlfriend that is eating your head up, break it off. It's not helping you out. Instead, focus on building a relationship with a mature person that ends up to you actually getting more out of it, as well as the other person. It is a relationship which is fruitful and blooms into something more productive as time goes on, and you people are a valuable support to each other rather than a headache. All right, friendships, if you don't have friends who are not helping you go further in life, if you don't have friends with whom you can have meaningful conversations that improve and stimulate your mind and improve the way you think about everything, then that's something you need to work towards. Money, if you don't know how to invest it, you need to learn how to do that so that you can invest your money in a way that it brings you more returns rather than living from paycheck to paycheck. And the third thing is, make sure that you're always building assets which keep amplifying in terms of the value that they possess and the value that they offer you. All right, so basically, let's say you're traveling, let's say you're spending your time reading better books, reading or like watching better things. Now the thing is, you don't just stop there. Basically, how it's going to help you out is that as the years go on and as your experience in the world increases, as well as the number of years pass by, your thinking matures, the way you look at all those bits and pieces of knowledge and your relationships and everything is just going to improve. All those assets will only magnify in terms of the value that they add to your life. All right, don't waste your time, guys, in chasing stupid pleasures which are only in the moment. Chase wisdom, chase the truth, chase fruitful relationships, chase actual knowledge, which is all going to build you into a better person. And in the future, you will become the biggest asset around in your own ecosystem. People will want to get attached to you. People will look up to you. People will come to you for advice. People will always be there at your beck and call because simply you add so much value to their life. You are the richest person around. It's It's not just about money, guys. Understand that. All right, it's not just about money. It's about value in terms of relationships, money also, property, materialistic possessions, the wisdom that you can offer to other people, the advice that you can bring to other people. If you can let other people enjoy in your company, if other people find your company stimulating and fun, that is, all of that is an asset. Build all of that. All right, build all of that. Watch this video. This is going to teach you more about the most important asset that all of us have an equal amount of, but how to use it in a better way. Check this video out, and if you haven't subscribed till now, make sure you do that. Pass this video on to someone who you think will find it beneficial, and a happy new year, guys. See you soon.